all new. AM 1150 WTMP.com.
Alrighty. Tampa Bay, it's that time again, and I know for a fact that there are far more people who listen to this show than you, me, or anybody associated with this show realize. Because I went to an event last night, and my good friend Jarvis Salamine said the imam is gonna hold a Porch Talk Radio kind of event. And I looked around the room and everybody appeared to know what he was talking about. So that's a good thing. Porch Talk Radio is catching on, is more and more popular, and I'm gonna say it was a couple of people there who I didn't think would listen to the show, who came to me and said, "You're doing a good job." Matter of fact, a couple people say, "You're doing a great job. You telling it how it is." And that's important. You know, cause it's different if you go around, you soliciting, comments and compliments and you're doing like the traditional politicians do, please praise me. I don't need you to praise me, but it's nice to hear, and more people now, and it's not the fact that people are praising, it's the people that don't expect. I'm not looking for certain elected officials who aren't black that come up and say, "I listen to your show all the time. You telling it the way it is." That's important. So I guess I'll start the damn show off, right?
Let's do it. Live.
We get the show started. So this is Porch Talk Radio. For many people, I'm keep finding out, their favorite radio program. And I guess that's why I can't say something on the air and then worry about what it was that I said and who may hear it. Because if I say it on the air, I am finding out that everybody gets it. They get it. They may not know what it's about. They may not have heard any other show, but they heard Eddie Adams said something on Porch Talk Radio. When I say Porch Talk Radio now, it used to be a time when I say, yeah, I got a radio, and it's called Porch Talk Radio, and it comes on TMP every Saturday at 1 o'clock, and we've been doing this thing for 13 years. I don't have to do all that now. It's kind of like when folks say Porch Talk Radio, most of the people, and many white folks that I didn't know what I'm talking about.
So it's gone from just crickets to applause.
It's went from crickets to sonic booms. It's like boom, boom, boom. I mean, Jarvis got on the stage last night and looked over the crowd and said, "Yeah, this is gonna be like Porch Talk Radio," and it meant something.
There you go.
And
following the leaders.
And Jarvis, your check is in the mail.
There you go.
Your check is in the mail, and thank you, my friend. Thank you. I was guest of a Republican that's running for county commission, Chase, who came to Temple Terrace Republican Club meeting a couple months ago. So I met the young man, and he got some good things to say. And for most of you, he's a Republican, and however that tweaks your whole card, be it good or bad, so we get that out there. But the show we got today, as I was telling the engineer, the radio station engineer, that we got, this is gonna be a bad show for many of you.
Oh no.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna go
Oh,
ahead and
boy.
say it.
You're not
know,
gonna be PC, Eddie.
I can't be PC. It's too much stuff going on, and people are sticking their head in the sand. And I'm like this. When you stick your head in the sand, you leave your most vulnerable parts exposed. Oh, that's all I got to say. Your vulnerable parts exposed. Now it's up to whoever's don't have their head in the sand to react accordingly. So, Porch Talk Radio, fine Saturday morning, afternoon. It's warm outside. The new telephone number is 888-247-8712. Again, 888-247-8712. That's the call in. If you want to call in during the show and get on the show and talk. This is a talk show. This is the most popular urban talk show in Tampa Bay.
On the planet, worldwide, we're on the web.
Facebook Live, how you folk doing? Glad you have you here with us. You know, we're gonna do this thing, and again, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you something.
Come on.
I kind of learned this over time. When a lot of Democrats are mad at me, they heard something that they didn't know and don't want to believe. See, they don't want to believe it, you know. But a lot of time, you know, it's the truth, and the truth hurts. You know, have you ever heard that? You know, the old folks used to say all the time, the truth hurts.
So you offend people, you're saying, with the truth. You assault them.
If the truth insults you, then it is my intention to insult you.
So you're bringing the gospel to their front door, and it's up to them to accept it or rebuke it.
And they're not going to just hear it one time.
Oh.
I'm going to make it my business to do it several times through the course of each show.
And Eddie, you and I always tell the people, you go look it up.
Yeah.
We want you to go look
Yeah.
it up.
You know, I thought I had something, you know, because today's show, I know the first of the show is going to be about oil prices
Oh boy.
and gas.
Uh-oh.
And anybody who's been listening to this show for any period of time will know that every now and then I have to kick it in because I don't want them to forget. See, I don't want them to say, well, he's a Johnny come lately. Everybody know gas prices going up. But see, I said this when gas prices was $1.77 per gallon. I said this. You know, because the last president, everybody hate because of the
Tweets.
Yeah,
That's
he
right.
may do a cruel tweet.
Which are usually truthful.
I said to you, $5 gas is in your near future. And I said last week, I got it on here on my agenda. You know, I saw gas regular. You know, people don't say regular unleaded
No.
and Supreme no more.
Mm-mm.
But I saw regular gas at $3.77. And I was telling somebody the other day, well, I'm going to talk about the price of gas because this just keeps going up. And between now and the next election, it's going to be $5 everywhere. And the guy said, my son lives in California.
Oh boy. I had a price for you. Now that you say that. Come on.
He say his gas is over $6 right now today.
This morning it was $6.65 to be exact.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, now I don't have a crystal ball. I have no magical instrument that I can use to predict the future. But I'm gonna tell you like all the old timers used to say. If you look at the past, you can get a pretty darn good bearing on what the future holds. All you gotta do is be observant.
And you know, Eddie, to that point, you just talking about this gasoline thing. We import 595 barrels of oil per day from Russia. Right now, under the Biden administration, that was not happening before, Eddie. We had our own stuff. We took care of our own business. We helped our own economy here. But now, Mr. Biden says he hates Russia. We're buying 595,000 barrels of oil from Russia daily.
Okay, now let me get to the meat
Uh-oh.
of this conversation. See, I mean, we got to the meat real quick, 12 minutes. We got to the meat.
We got plenty, Eddie.
The last president, see, I keep saying, I'm not saying Trump. See, because I hear them, that all Eddie Adams did on Porch Talk Radio was talk about Trump. I don't want that. That's why I keep saying the last president.
Biden does better than that.
Everybody know who the last president was. What I'm telling you is the last president told you.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Before he got elected, he was going to take the price of fossil fuel, gas and all of it.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to drop it. He said he was going to make it lower than it's been in some time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this president took office and said, the president don't control the price of gas and oil.
But
that was the first thing he said. The president don't control, and that was his way of scapegoating, because he knew that the policies he was going to present to this country, that the prices couldn't help but go up, because he's got too many special interest groups that he's got to cater to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not you. It ain't you.
Ooh.
It's not you.
You're getting strong, Eddie.
And if it was you, Keystone Pipeline,
Uh-oh.
and thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs,
Gone.
they would still be here. The one thing that the United States of America have that probably nobody else, or maybe one or two other countries have in abundance,
Mm-hmm.
is natural gas. We got trillions
A lot.
and trillions of cubic yards of natural gas. And if we took the time and the energy
To convert it.
to make natural gas, the structure and all the stuff that needs to go with it to make it so that everybody could use it besides the city buses and farm instruments, farm equipment. If we took the time and the energy to do that we're spending on electricity, because at the end of the day, let me tell you something about electricity that many of you don't understand. It ain't just wind.
Mm-hmm.
And the wind don't produce enough energy to supply electric power for California. California has so many brownouts and blackouts and everything. And anybody got an electric car, you got to worry about, are you going to be able to charge up tonight? Because they may black out or brown out your area.
That's right.
Tonight, and it may not even be available.
You can't get to work, and then you get fired, and you got to repo that car back.
Yeah, so, I'm not sure if Howard's trying to tell me something. He got a phone. He got a phone call.
He's scratching.
Okay, we got some callers. Okay, what happened to the sign? I can read the sign. Now I got to interpret everything. Okay, caller. Okay, we got a caller. We got a caller on the line. Welcome to the show. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what say you? Hello?
Hey, good afternoon, Eddie. This is Brother Jarvis and Master Announcer. I want to first of all thank you and Porch Talk Radio. Thank you and your wife for coming to our 4th annual Black History program last night. Man, it was an overwhelming success. Thanks to you. And I want to say to you, brother, that I really was honored to see you there, man. I was honored to see you there. Thank you for allowing us to promote it on the radio. We got the numbers there. We effectively raised $43,000, bro.
Wow.
And to do our 7 major initiatives: book bag giveaway, turkey giveaway, bike giveaway, also panel discussions every 3 months, and our food pantry and our mentoring program.
Jarvis.
Those are 7 major initiatives, and that's what that $43,000
Woo.
to fund those initiatives.
Jarvis, I never seen black folks in Tampa raise $43,000 in less than an hour. I never seen that.
That's awesome.
That's the best man. But let me tell you what he do among immigrant Muslims that don't look like, but not white Muslims, Arabs and other kind of Indo-Pak. I have seen that guy raise $400,000 on one set. We effectively was boycotted by the immigrant Muslims. They put the word out. They wasn't going to come. They practiced racism and nationalism. So we only seen about 5 or 6 Arabs and chicken writers there. But even in spite of that, God blessed us to raise $43,000.
There you go.
And we have about $8,000. We have about $8,000. Our goal was $50,000. We have about $8,000 in pledge. And so I want to say that to this community, thank you. Thanks to Candy Lowe for sponsoring, Eddie Adams, our sister Connie Burden, all of the people that supported what we were doing.
Chase
It was
Harrison.
a team effort, right? No. He was our title sponsor. Chase
Okay.
Harrison running for, yes, he was. He running for District 7 County Commission, and I'm voting for him. I'm saying it right now. I'm voting for Chase Harrison, and he's a Republican. Jarvis Elamine is endorsing him. I'm telling you, on this radio right now, I endorse Chase Harrison. I support those who support me. I walked up to the man, asked him to give a grand. He gave a grand right off the bat. And he didn't change words with him. And we treated him like dignity. Didn't we, Eddie?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
We treated him like, and Eddie said at the table with him, Eddie, you should have been there, Gabe, because you would have saw something that you don't see before. You would have had something to really, really talk about black people today. You would have seen the cream of the crop of black people.
That's
we had
good.
lunch there. Food was good. The cakes were good. The pies were good. Me and the mayor made up publicly. Then we, Eddie.
Yeah. Now I saw you hugging neck, but that kiss was somewhere else. I didn't see.
Oh.
We didn't see the kiss, but I know what happened. If you say it happened, she said it happened, then I believe it happened.
You know, it happened, Eddie, because I wanted to know, because when I tried to get her to come there, I had to go through so many gatekeepers. And I asked her when she came, I said, are you still upset with me about the David Stratton campaign? Mayor, you're the mayor. I respect authority. We move on. I said, I want to have coffee with you, but if I'm going to have coffee with you and us to clear the air, I want to be able to call you direct. She said, Jarvis, don't worry about it. You still got my cell phone number? I said, I ain't got it. She said, here's my cell phone number. Call me. And that's my religion. It required me to not be mad with people forever.
Right.
So I thought it was time for us to make up. We made up. Me and America, I don't mean I agree with everything she do. But now we have an open relationship with each other to talk about issues of concern.
Excellent.
So
That's good.
That's
That's
what I
good.
want people to show. I show an example, brother, as I'm a Muslim, that I can't be holding on. Man, I was mad with her. I would see her, and we would just, she wouldn't speak to me. She'd throw her hands up, and I said, I felt the type of way. So I wanted, God said, make up public. So everybody with the how many we had? About 350 to 400 people somewhere around there?
Yep.
Somewhere around there. So it was great. Thank you, Eddie. And we're going to continue doing good in Sulphur Springs. Masjid Nasser, on behalf of Brother Richard Muhammad, our chairman and founder, and me as a co-founder and founding board member, we thank the community dearly. Thank you so much for letting me share it.
Thank you, Jarvis Alameen, and you should continue to do the Lord's work, because what I saw last night was excellent work by your whole community.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
God bless.
Thank you, brother. I
Very
appreciate
good.
it. I love you, man.
All right. Okay, so back to the week president. Oh, well, we ain't got to the week part.
What president?
We were still talking about the price of gas and the price of natural gas and the wasted opportunity that is happening right in front of you. See, we have a issue as a community, because folks who supposed to be doing us right, when they do us wrong, we still say, well, they did the right thing. No, they didn't. If somebody messes over you, that's called messing over you. You got screwed. Now, you may like it or you may not like it, but at the end of the day, he done this thing with the Supreme Court judge. That was one of his campaign promises. Now, how long has he been president? He's been president for a while, and he got another election coming up, and someone said the other day that they are now trying to cover and make good with the black community. Why?
Yeah. Election time.
Why? Because I'm telling you what this midterm gonna do, and I'm looking into my crystal ball right now. They're gonna be disappointed. They're gonna be so sorely disappointed. They're gonna have to have a campaign to explain why they lost so many seats when they got such a great president. See, that don't, they don't go hand in hand. Great president don't lose you seats in the House and seats in the Senate.
And to that, Eddie, they've got over 31 Democrat seats that have already said they're not going to run again. That is the most in history. They see the writing on the wall and all the bad policies that Obama's team has put in place. Just like Obama, when he ran twice, they lost a lot of Democrat seats. And right now, Biden is pushing the envelope on history on how many they're losing because they see this mess and they go, and they're getting out.
Well, let me say this, and I don't know if there's anybody else out there in the world on radio that's saying the 2024 election is gonna hurt the Democratic Party for 30 years. It's gonna be 34 before you Democrats recover from the damage Joe Biden gonna do to you. Because I'm gonna tell you something. We're in a war right now. And
really?
I said this 8 months ago. I said 8 months ago that if you got a weak president, now I ain't said I call this, but I call this. It's like I told you so. If you got a weak president, it is too many dictators and slave type mentality people, on this planet who look at your leadership. And if your leadership, they don't care if you're the biggest, the baddest, if your president is strong, like the other guy was, he wouldn't have had, matter of fact, he didn't have, everybody, the Republicans are warmongers. Well, for some reason or another, we never had no warmongering happening, with the last
4 years? Yeah.
with the last guy.
Boom.
But here we are right now. I saw a picture of a bomb going across the sky, blowing up an apartment building. Even when we went to war before, it's been a long time since World War II. That's when they were blowing up civilian buildings and stuff like that. Most of the stuff we've had have been, war, military targets and stuff like that. They were bombing apartment complexes with people in the street, women and children fleeing from Russian military folks. And I heard the Russian put out thing, well, we're going to kill some of these folks who are supposed to be the leaders in the Ukraine because they ain't did this and they ain't did that, and we're going to kill them. They got death squads. Now, I'm going to tell you, be honest with yourself. How many of you Democrats, so I'm making it political today.
Oh boy.
I'm making it political.
Come on.
How many of you Democrats think any of this stuff? Well, Putin and Trump got along and they were best friends, they were buddies. Oh, so because Biden is weak and Putin sees an opportunity, you see pictures of Putin with his shirt off, riding horses and stuff like that.
I don't want to see Biden that way.
But you see what I'm saying? So instead of us beefing up the military so that Putin wouldn't dare
You're right.
strike or do anything
The unvaccinated got booted.
to us or our allies,
That's right.
you see something? That's a sign of power. And power is not conceded. They don't care whether you're pretty, whether you old, whether you young, whether you black or white. It's when you talk about power at this level, because if somebody, I'm telling you what the old guy told me one time. He said, if somebody slaps the crap out of you and you turn the other cheek, he gonna slap the crap out of that one too. You see what I'm saying? Somebody slap you, you better make sure he's not able
There you go.
to do it again.
Eddie,
That's different. That's old folk.
what's even scarier, Eddie, is the same people that helped the Afghanistan pull out in 24 hours suddenly, that left 9,000 Americans behind. That same group of people that helped do that disastrous thing, that we left billions of weapons behind that the Ukraine could make use of. That's the same team that's running our Ukraine-Russia thing right now, war. That's the same team, Eddie. Wow.
Well. Again, like I say, y'all ain't gonna like me today because I'm gonna tell you some truths, and you ain't gotta think about, well, Eddie talking out his butt. Go look this stuff up. I tell you what,
please.
look at the news. Look at anybody news. It ain't gotta be conservative. It ain't gotta be liberal, because a bomb don't care, and the folks who shooting the bomb don't care. And look at the aftermath. Look at all those bombed out buildings. You ain't gotta look. I mean, it's a half a world away, and either you care or you don't care. But I'm gonna tell you something. Had the other guy been president still, you'd have been caring. You'd have been caring all over the streets and all over everything. The reason you don't care now, because this guy, this current guy, Joe Biden, he can't help it.
Eddie, if people are saying they should be doing prayers for the Ukrainian people, I think they should be doing apologies. All those that voted for this guy is in charge right now. I think they should be doing apologies to those Ukrainian people, because all them dead bodies going to be everywhere just because they voted for the wrong person. In fact, there's a 2019 quote when Joe Biden said, "If y'all leave Trump in power, we're going to have a war soon." Boy, that didn't age well, did it?
Well, we got one. We got a war.
Yeah,
we,
Joe.
We got a war, and we got a war with the biggest, most powerful country on earth besides us. It ain't China. China,
And they're making friends, Eddie. It's bad.
Y'all may be upset because I'm saying it, but China got domesticated. China was a wolf, not a little labradoodle.
Well, but they're also going to, Taiwan is the next one's going to fall, Eddie.
Yeah.
China's going to go after Taiwan. Taiwan does 65% of all car chips in the planet is made out of Taiwan, and China's after them next.
But China's been after them, but
But now they don't have any reason to stop.
Well, but again, with Russia at war with the Ukraine, which involves the United States, they're not gonna see those people who control these powerful nations. They have some people around them that's telling them, now it's good, now it's but not good, now it's good, now it's not good. And I guarantee you, it's nobody in China telling China now is the time to attack Taiwan. Because see, I've been to Taiwan, and I'm gonna tell you something. Taiwan may be a little nation, but it's not many countries in the world who's not getting stuff, electronic and bio and intelligence and everything else from Taiwan. Taiwan has made themselves an integral part where it ain't just the United States that they will be dependent on to defend them. And I'm gonna tell you something. And you folks who understand world politics, Israel is surrounded by folks who have hated them since they have been there.
Since the Bible.
Since they have been there. But Israel is like, I walk through the valley
of
a shadow of death, and I shall fear no evil.
Eddie, as we're bringing...
They don't have to fear no evil, and Taiwan is as close to China, mainland,
7-Eleven,
as we are to Cuba. You see? You could, on a good day, you could swim. You could swim. The Taiwan they can swim. They can swim to mainland China, but it is your position. It is not your distance. It's your position. And if something happened tomorrow, have you ever seen a cat and a dog fight? Street fight. Dog weigh 55, 75, 85 pounds. Cat weighs 16 pounds soaking wet.
Maybe, yeah.
But that cat put up one hell of a fight.
Oh, death. They'll go for it.
They put up one hell of a fight. The dog just assumed he's big and making more noise. And that cat, and I have seen a cat jump on a damn dog.
Yeah.
Jump on a big old dog.
Scratch eyes, bite the hell out.
And I'm gonna use another saying.
Oh boy.
Have you guys ever seen a fight. Cause I'm gonna tell you, back when Ali was fighting and Joe Frazier was fighting, and then came along little muscle Mike short guy. Yeah, I'm gonna knock your block off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you're gonna feel tomorrow. And you laugh. And until Mike Tyson hit you, you got a plan. I'm gonna win. Mike Tyson say, everybody got a plan until I hit him in the mouth. And that's what happened. When Mike Tyson hit you that first time, you forget your plan. You had a plan, but your plan didn't include getting hit in the mouth to start the fight. And possibly getting hit harder than you ever been hit in your whole life.
You know, Eddie, as you bring all this truth to the table right now, the Ukraine, people need to know, it is not a democracy. The president just had someone thrown in prison before he was taken over by Russia. So it's not a democracy. If you keep hearing that the media saying it's a lie, it's not a democracy. And it's a NATO issue because even Ukraine is not part of NATO, but we're part of NATO.
Okay.
And NATO says we should help them.
Okay, we got to do the Strawberry Festival.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, it's 3:30.
We love that stuff.
It's 1:30, so it's that time again. Mr. Word. Uh-oh, we got dead air. You want me to just keep talking till you find it?
Fun, music, and food. March 3rd through March 13th. Come see 22 of your favorite acts on the Wish Farm Soundstage. Lady A, Boys to Men, Lauren Daigle, Sammy Hagar and the Circle, Kinsey Wheeler, Zach Williams, Jake Owen, Tesla, Cole Swindell,
Single Saturday night.
Nelly, Sam Hunt. Get your tickets on sale now at flstrawberryfestival.com. That's flstrawberryfestival.com. The 2022 Florida Strawberry Festival, #1 for fun.
All right, folks.
There we go.
All that fun starts next week. Next week, they start the Strawberry Festival, and for those folks last week who text me their name and their address and everything, like I asked them to, and what show they want to go to. Hopefully you got your tickets by now. If not, text me or call me again today, tomorrow sometime, and I give them to you. Okay, we got a call. Caller, welcome to Porch Talk Radio on this fine Saturday afternoon. Who are you? Where are you calling from? And what say you? Hello? Bring it.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is Gino. All right, the Seminole. Let's get a little few things straight here. When you talk about Taiwan and when you talk about Israel, Taiwan has 23 million people. That's why it's like that with Taiwan. And Israel, the only reason they're surrounded by people that hate them. That's true. But none of those people around them that hate them has nuclear arms.
Yeah.
Just like if I
Right.
could be around, I can have 5 people around me,
Right.
7 people around me. If they have knives and I have Uzi, they won't attack me because I can shoot them all down. And that's what it is with Israel. And Israel has only been there since 1937? So it wasn't the beginning of Bible time. It was only since 1937 when they took it up. And also Israel is backed by the United States. And that's why them other countries are scared of Israel.
So is Ukraine.
So
is the Ukraine.
It's what?
They're backed by the United States.
Kind of.
Israel, and I'm telling you not. No, they're not.
We shouldn't be.
They're not.
We
They're
are.
not.
Good.
They're not. They're sure not. They're sure not. If they was backed by NATO or the United States, believe me, they would go in there and I'll tell you what, let Russia attack England. You think the United States will be over there?
England got atomic bombs, though.
Okay, I'll tell you what, let them attack them. Do you think the United States, yes or no? Will the United States be there?
Well, you got a weak president. That's what we started. there's no point. No point. Fear's gonna help you in a situation when you up against somebody who don't care.
Yes, it would. Yeah. They know who to attack, and they knew that America wasn't gonna do anything but put sanctions on them. And sanctions is not gonna hurt them until the long run.
Yeah.
Well, Castro died with sanctions on him. He had sanctions for 40-some years.
He sure did, but guess who we had backing him with food and stuff like that. And he kept most of it. If I'm not mistaken, it was Russia or China. One of the two was giving him stuff, so he was able to get it. For instance, if you are in Cuba and you, believe it or not, now this is true. If you eat a crab, a lobster, you can go to jail.
Yeah. Okay.
If you eat a lobster and you're from Cuba, you can go to jail. I was like, unbelievable. Now, if you want to hit cronies, you can eat a lobster. That's crazy, isn't it? A steak. That's right. Even I said, well, how about if you catch it in the sea? Because you could surrounded by water. If you catch it in the sea and they catch you eating that lobster, you can go to jail. Unbelievable. So that's what's going on in Cuba.
It's not unbelievable because in a dictatorship, whatever the dictators say is law.
Yeah.
It's like in the old days when they had kings and pharaohs.
Right. I mean, and he what it is, he was balancing some bad things for his people, a lot of bad things, but he was able to do a few good things with people, believe it or not, in the United States. You know, like the lady that's over there, that lady that was a police officer was trying to kill her in New Jersey, and she wound up killing him and escaping to Cuba. So that she's been over there ever since then. Because of course she would go to prison if she come here. If somebody try to kill you, I mean, even that, just like you just said, somebody slap one cheek, you make sure they don't slap the other cheek. And that's anybody. If a police was trying to kill you and you have no other choice but to hurt that police back, you have no choice. You're gonna do it. Now I don't know how she got to Cuba, but she got to Cuba.
Backstroke.
Yeah, but we missing our target. So you had a point to make.
Sure. No, I was just making that point about Israel.
Okay.
Around the people that they walk through the Valley of the Valley. They have a nuclear arm, and all those other countries around them do not, and that's the reason why. That's
Awesome.
That's their walking to the shadow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Bye bye.
A lot of information.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got another caller. Nope.
Yes, hi.
Okay.
Hello, hey. Hey, thanks for letting me get in here real quick. I just wanted to say that
Who are you and where you calling from?
Oh, okay, hey, my name is Jarvis and I'm calling from Wesley Chapel.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that this little thing that Putin just started over there, it's kind of showing the world that America will not fight white people. You know, like white countries. We it's just showing the epitome of the racism that we hold. Could you imagine if that was like the little Korean guy or Iran or Iraq trying to go in and just do what Putin has done? You know, we would have been surrounding Iraq and Iran. We would have been sending boats over. Even when the little Korean guy was testing missiles in his own backyard, how we started sending ships over and how we started doing all kinds of things. But it only happens to brown people. So we're not going to go over there.
Brother, I'm not trying to say that we are not a racist country, but what I'm going to say is Italy.
Yeah, I hope you wouldn't say that.
Italy is all white folks. Italians are white. They're European. And if you remember in World War II, they was involved, and that was part of that battle. So you can't say we don't fight white people. I'm just saying.
Well, okay. Well, what was that World War II over? What was that fight? What was all that for, though? Just think about that was for.
World domination. That's what they would say nowadays. World domination.
Okay. Let me say this, man. I appreciate this conversation, but the black lady, the African American lady, I'm sorry to call her black. I shouldn't have said that. I don't like referring to us as black.
See, I call us black and white. So I keep it simple.
Brown, Hispanic, whatever.
I'm not trying to be politically correct, but go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, yeah. Well, Okay, let me say this real quick about that politically correct thing about the color. Well, it's really not that with the color, man, because we're the only race that describes ourselves as a color. Like if I told you I had an Italian friend coming over, you could equate that with Italy, with their food. If I tell you I had an English friend coming over, you could equate that with the Queen, with their teeth. If I tell you I had an Irish friend coming over, kilts, with their foods. But if I tell you I got a black friend coming over, we have no association when they've done that, when we call ourselves by color. I just wanted to say that.
Well, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Because evidently you haven't been around too many Asian people because they call themselves banana. Yellow on the outside, white on the inside. And if you are around many of them, Asian, a lot of Japanese and Chinese folks call themselves, because I've been to those countries, and they find color, references to themselves among their own population also. Kind of like black folks.
Okay, I haven't seen it to that extent, and I have no idea. I believe what you're telling me. I wanted to say this about that African American judge.
Yes, sir.
That woman that they just. I can't think of her name right now, but I just want to say
Miss Brown. Her name is Brown.
Yeah.
Brown. Everybody's all excited about it. Did you see her record against the Lockheed Martin, that company?
Not yet.
You know what I'm talking about?
Go ahead. Make your point.
Well, okay. Do you know what I'm talking about when she made a ruling over that company for all those black people
No.
that had sued Lockheed? Did you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm so glad. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type her name in and then type in Lockheed Martin, and just type the two of them together, and you'll see exactly what she's done. Please do that for me and just make a comment on it. I'm gonna hang up the phone, and I just hope you type her name in and then type in that company name and see what she's done to the black people that sued the company.
Okay.
It's crazy. Just type it in, and please make a comment on it.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for calling us.
We'll do it. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call.
Eddie,
Yeah.
well, this man's point that he just finished talking, he gave a lot of information too. We're pretty knowledgeable. But yet, wasn't it black people that voted this white guy into power that could not go after the next other white guy in another country? I don't understand this.
Well, again, politics is more complicated than most people think it is. Had this white guy, Joe Biden, been a stronger president, we would not have this issue. We would not have the $5 gas right around the bend happening. We will not have the pipeline shut down. We will not have the infrastructure of many bridges and highways in the country, disappearing. Even though these are some things, a lot of the students are upset because he was going to get rid of their student loans, even though many of them may not deserve it. I paid mine off, but then again, I didn't promise them that I would get rid of their student loans so they would vote for me. So it's a lot of stuff that happened, and I'm gonna tell you what a good politician actually does. If I make a campaign promise, and it's a couple local politicians who have done this, they make a list. I got 5 promises. I promise you I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they're in office for 2 years or 4 years or whatever time they're in office. And you remember that you learned how to count to 5 in kindergarten, and you count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they ain't done but one. I consider that sucker to be a big liar. The other folk was just fodder to get you to like him and vote for him. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. Now, if you get I'm gonna tell you the guy that just left. He made some campaign promises, and what he did, we went through and said, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and I did 5. And I don't think, and I'm just gonna make everybody, everybody just gonna throw stuff at their radio.
Come on.
I don't think he lost the election. Yeah, I said it out loud.
Oh, Eddie.
So I don't think he lost.
Eddie.
Me personally, that just me, because when 6 states quit counting ballots in the middle of the election for several hours,
and then magically,
and then come back later and start recounting, and the candidate that was ahead when they stopped counting was losing in all those ballots. I don't care if you take it. I don't care if you accept it. I'm just saying I don't.
Now,
See again, that's a whole nother can of worm. But I'm just saying, I look past what y'all tell me to think. I think for myself. And I saw 7 states stop counting ballots. Never saw that before. And I saw 7 states start counting again. It may work for you, it don't work for me. But again, the country went on, and we getting ready to get the hell whooped out of us by some country, in the middle of Europe and Asia. And everybody's still making excuses. That's what I see. Me personally.
Now,
Sorry.
Eddie, let me jump in real quick and do a clarification. I believe the last, I said Brown, but I think it's Jackson. And the reason I know that is called Paul Ryan, the white minority leader, the white leader at point in the House of Legislatures. Paul Ryan was a white guy that was there and pretty useless to the Republicans. But he is actually related to the black lady that is running for Supreme Court right now. So,
Nominated.
nominated. Okay,
It's not a
she's not.
campaign. It's a.
So
it's
she's
an
nominated.
appointment.
But her and the white guy named Paul Ryan, who ran the House earlier, they're actually related because of a brother-in-law situation. So
Okay.
it's all family.
Yeah.
The white guy, the black guy, it's all family.
Yeah. Okay.
White lady.
I'm not gonna take the only thing he promised he was gonna do when he got elected from him. I'm not gonna take
Which one?
Joe Biden. I'm not gonna take him nominating a black woman to the Supreme Court. I'm not gonna take that away.
No,
He did.
that's good.
He won for 5. So
There you go.
all right. On this day, I know you was waiting on this.
Mm-hmm.
On this day, February 26, 1919, in Arizona, the Grand Canyon was established as a national park with an act of the U.S. Congress. On this day, February 26, 1929, U.S. President Calvin Coolidge signed the bill creating the Grand Teton National Park. On this day, this is the park day. On this day, February 26, 1933, a groundbreaking ceremony was held at Christie Field for the Golden Gate Bridge.
Wow.
That's in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
On this date, 1926. On this date, February the 26th, 1952, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill announced that Britain had developed an atomic bomb.
Oh.
Gee, how did I know Britain had atomic bombs?
Ah.
It was done on this day.
You read it.
On this day, February 26, 1993, 6 people were killed and more than 1,000 injured when a van exploded in the parking garage underneath the World Trade Center in New York City. The bomb had been built by Islamic extremists. Gabriel.
All right, folks, I'm now crossing into another year of life, and I'm at the age where my mind still thinks I'm 29. My humor suggests 12-ish, while my body mostly
Still
keeps
laughing at
asking
jokes.
me, that's right, while my body mostly keeps asking me if I'm sure I'm not dead yet. But that's okay. We press on. As we go forward with this war thing, understanding that John Kerry, which is about the most useless thing as boobs on a bull, said that Mr. Putin should always keep the focus on the climate in the middle of bombing Ukraine. That's right, that is a government employee right there. And we had mentioned earlier that Russia, we're buying 595,000 gallons, 100,000 gallons of oil per day from Russia. The pipeline that Joe canceled in America would have produced 830,000 gallons per day. So relying on Russia is a choice. It's a stupid one, but that's okay. Now again, just to say, the Biden administration, which is basically Obama's team, proves that everything happens for a reason. That's what we've been talking about today, consequences. And sometimes the reason is they're stupid and they make bad decisions.
Yes.
And unfortunately, our nation is paying the price. And it keeps talking about these gas prices going up. You go to get a gallon of gas, So it's an understanding that just because they're making decisions doesn't mean it's right, because they're very stupid. Now, if we all had the same, we say kahunas, if we all had the same motivation or the guts as the Ukrainian woman that they had shown on video offering a bag of sunflowers to one of the Russian guards. She offered him a bag of sunflower seeds. And the guard said, "Why do I need that?" Because the Ukrainian woman said, "So when you're dead, it'll grow nice into a tree." Wow! If we had Americans thinking more like that, we wouldn't be here right now. Going through proof. Fat cows are proof that eating salad all day does not make you skinny. Just want to clarify that to everybody. Meanwhile, Russia has cured COVID. Russia has cured COVID. CNN stopped talking about it. Boston's lifting all their requirements on vaccine requirements, period. The CDC suddenly said 72% of all the mandates on masking inside is gone. Russia has cured it. Many states are coming out from under the mandates. Folks, for those of you that are listening, we understand you do have half a brain. Why is this COVID thing has been cut off like a switch? Why? Because Dr. Fauci said the science was settled. Oh, wait a minute. The election's coming up. The science has changed. Oh, wow, that is awesome. But you know, folks, as I fold my third load of laundry, I contemplate becoming a nudist. Then I remember what I look like naked. And I just keep folding clothes. And again, finally, if you guys get a message from me about canned meat, don't open it. It's spam. Ta-da!
Okay, folks. Let me. I had a conversation this morning with some of my good friends. Saturday morning breakfast
Well,
group.
that's right.
And what I relate to them as I go out and find myself involved with larger and larger and larger crowds.
Mm-hmm.
The number of people that I see wearing masks has been on the decline. But one thing for sure, and I have done it several times, the few people in the crowd that still wear masks, that's how I know this is a political thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet, and there may be one or two out there, Republicans who are wearing masks in public still.
Because of cameras.
Haven't found them, but everybody that I see, and as I say, the number is declining, are Democrat. Why is it that only the Democrats are still wearing masks in public? It's not a statement of facts. It's an observation, because again, you may not be as bold as I am, but I go up to the ones I don't know, but of the ones that I see and I know, all of them are Democrats. So that leads me to believe that this hypothesis is true. So what I would like for you to do, if you're not one of those mask-wearing Democrats, go see for yourself. Ask the people you see who are currently wearing masks in public at public events. Ask them, are they Democrats or Republicans? No relation whatsoever. But if all of the Democrats are the ones in public wearing masks and none of the Republicans are wearing masks, it could only be a political statement.
Eddie,
That's
come on
what I'm
now.
saying.
Come on. This is the only vaccine that people take 3 times, then wear a mask, close businesses, stay home, and still get the disease, only to turn around and blame the unvaccinated for their troubles. How smart are we?
Well, I'm just saying
Woo!
saying to this, they saying that people who are not vaccinated
Mm-hmm.
can give the disease to people who don't have 4 shots.
Oh, Eddie.
Now, you know what my conclusion is?
Uh-oh.
Eddie Adams Jr., I'm making this as no broad-based statement. This is personal.
Declaration here.
Declaration.
There you go.
No, I do not currently have COVID of any form. If I go get the vaccine tomorrow I will have COVID in my body. Now, to me, and I'm a microbiologist, so I understand how vaccines work. I had somebody trying to explain to me, you know, that a person without COVID cannot give COVID to a person who has been vaccinated 4 times against it. But I cannot give COVID to a person who has never been vaccinated against it because I don't have it.
Eddie, that doesn't match up with the science.
Simple statement. Now I know clouds coming out the top of your head right now, but I cannot give COVID if I don't have it. It is not like a venereal disease.
Oh, you're hitting below the belt now.
Yeah, intentionally.
You know, Eddie, now that this COVID thing has been cured by Russia and all these states are cutting it off like a switch because the politics has changed, it is a political virus. Now, all of us, and even CNN specifically, are, you know, they're kind of a Ukrainian-Russia expert now. You know that? They've gone from the COVID experts to the Russia-Ukraine experts.
And Hillsborough County folks, people, when you look at all these foreigners on TV, see, I'm a person that does this. I'm trying to see how rampant is the vaccine, how rampant is the COVID, because I watched TV for a whole day the other day, and I didn't see one person with a mask on. You know, they're talking about all these other countries, and you know, I watch shows that involve people from around the world, and the only place I see people with masks on are here. So that means ain't nobody else got it but us.
Eddie, the Vatican, specifically, I remember reading just recently that they're just saying this is all good, and Europe is now beginning to say this is the flu, folks. It's just a strain of the flu. Move on, suck it up. We're done with these mandates because how long have we had the flu, Eddie?
Flu been around for 1,000 years.
A long time.
They had the flu a long time ago.
So you think it'll be around after a little bit longer?
Well, they're gonna have the flu.
Okay.
Well, downstairs, just keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, good. We just keep on running.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, folks, but just understanding that if the flu's been around forever, and they got a strain called COVID-19, that it was a little bit rough on some people, but the CDC has put forth the information, some of it, that 85% of the people that were greatly affected by that had overweight problems, high blood pressure, diabetic. 85%. We know this because the CDC said that. So, how about the science, Eddie?
Well, let's do this. See, I don't want to get censored.
Oh, that's right.
By all the Democratic
We love the CDC.
Folks who are anti-mask and have yet to realize that it's some Republicans. I've been having Republican club meetings ever since I've been president of the Republican Club of Temperate Terrorists, and we have never had a meeting, never, in which it was required that you wear a mask. And I haven't seen any of our regular members not show up and say, I had COVID. I mean, it may have been some people who got sick or something, you know, but it's never been required. So since it's that time again, folks, here at Tampa Bay, your favorite show, Porch Talk Radio.
Absolutely.
We'll see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat station. So long.
God bless America.
We love you. Bye-bye.